What is going on, fellow baseball fans? It's your boy Omar back again with another video, and today is trade deadline day. It is right now 4:27 p.m. Here on the East Coast, so the trade deadline just closed 27 minutes ago. But the biggest trade of the entire trade season went down as the deadline closed, and that is Darvish heading to the Los Angeles Dodgers. I have the Twitter feed up right now because I wanted to do this video as quickly as possible, but I also wanted to see if during this video what the get is for the Rangers comes out. I will tell you guys about that. But right now, the baseline, obviously, Darvish, he is a top-flight starting pitcher. He's probably the best starting pitcher on the market. I would put him a little bit in front of Sonny Gray. And he has been acquired by the Dodgers, who already, if you haven't noticed, have the best record in baseball, are the best team in baseball, most likely. I understand that Kershaw is out, but you would still, obviously they have the best record. So, man, this is a booming trade right at the deadline as well. And before I get into, any Mets stuff, since I am a Mets fan, if you're new to the channel, and I am going to talk about what the Mets did at the deadline, but obviously this year especially, we are going nowhere, and that is not even close to as big a news as what happened right here. To me, this is awesome. Clearly, as you look at the American League and the National League, we are gearing up for quite the possible battle. I say possible because this is not the NBA where everybody at the beginning of the season knows the exact two teams that are going to face off in the final. In the World Series, who knows? It could be anybody. The Yankees could make a run. The Rockies could even make a run in the NL. Anybody could make a run. That's the beauty of the sport. But obviously right now the top two teams that are looking to go at it are the Houston Astros and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Now, both of them have a solid pitcher on the DL. For the Astros, it's Lance McCullers, who's been struggling a little bit. He just got placed on the DL with a back injury. I guess it's just soreness. But also, in the Dodgers, the best pitcher in baseball still, in my opinion, Clayton Kershaw, is having back issues again. And that's not a good sign because he's had back issues in the past, and repeating back issues are something you never want to see. But, oh my goodness, what this does for the Dodgers. Last second, they go out and they get Tony Cingrani and Tony Watson. So they go out, they get two Tonys, one a little bit better than the other. I'm a big fan of Tony Watson for any team that's looking to make a playoff push. Tony Watson is a solid left-handed bullpen arm. Those three things right there put together are a beautiful, beautiful sentence. Solid left-hand bullpen arm is a thing that any of the 30 teams would love to have. And that's what Tony Watson brings. Of course, the horse in that bullpen for the Dodgers is Kenley Jansen. And right here it's showing that O'Neal Cruz and Angel Herman are the two pieces that went for Tony Watson. But yeah, the Dodgers, you can never have too many bullpen arms, especially in the playoffs. And it remains to be seen how they're going to use Kenley Jansen in the playoffs, if they use him in kind of that Cleveland Indians Andrew Miller role from last season. So having another arm was great, but then they make the big splash. They go out and get another solid starter as opposed to just relievers. And man, this is a ridiculous team. I mean, what's their record, right? I believe their record something along the lines of 71-34. Don't crucify me if I'm wrong on that, because it's an estimate. But what I'm saying here is that the rich are getting richer, and a lot richer at that. You would think that they didn't trade anybody that's in their lineup currently. They're not moving Bellinger, they're not moving Turner or Seager for Darvish, but it will be interesting to see what they did move. I'm sure they had to dip into their prospects quite a bit, maybe a top 5 prospect or two. But yeah, I mean, the big move of the day before that, pitching-wise, was the Yankees going and getting Sonny Gray, and that looked like a great trade. It is a great trade. I feel like the Yankees, they gave up 3 solid prospects, but when you really look inside the numbers and inside what those prospects are, it's a good trade. Sonny Gray will be under team control. But then the Dodgers just went and one-upped everybody at the last second. And wow, it's going to be really interesting to see if, first of all, there's a big thing. Will Clayton Kershaw be back for the playoffs, and will he be pitching to his full ability. We know how Clayton Kershaw has performed in the past in the playoffs. I'm not really referring to that right now. I'm just referring to the fact that he is hurt. It is a injury that he's had before, at least the back region, and we don't know how healthy he's going to be come playoff time. So that's something I really want to see. But other than that, when you look at the Astros, you look at the Dodgers, both of them have been working off of a core three in their lineup. Of course, with the Astros, it's Altuve, it's Correa, it's Springer. Those three are just ridiculous. I mean, what Altuve's been doing lately, hitting 400 for the past 2 months, you think even over 400? That's absurd. That doesn't even make any sense. But it's Jose Altuve. He's on his way to win another batting title. This is what he does. Obviously, Correa, best shortstop in the league offensively, and also George Springer, who's probably third fiddle. He is no slouch, and they also have very good pitching. There's going to be some questions with their health, whether Dallas Keuchel and Lance McCullers are ready to go and pitching well come the playoffs. But as for the Dodgers, I mean, their core is Turner, Seager, and Bellinger. Those three have been tearing it up, especially Justin Turner. But Corey Seager has been really hot. Obviously, you know what Bellinger's been doing. Any other season, Cody Bellinger is getting all this praise for best rookie season ever. Just so happens that Aaron Judge is kind of one-upping him right now. But hey, come the playoff time, it's time to make your mark, really. And I think that we're going to see what Judge and, well, if the Yankees make the playoffs, you would think they're going to make it. But if Judge and Bellinger both there, we're going to see the two of them kind of in their first postseason, what they can do there. But yeah, it doesn't look like I'm going to get an update right now as to who's going to the Rangers in this Yu Darvish deal, but obviously a gigantic last-second deal for the Dodgers. Like I said, rich get richer, and a whole lot richer at that. This team is going to win 100 games. I don't think that's even something that they're aiming for. I think this team is aiming for something way bigger. Obviously, World Series aspirations, but I'm talking about just regular season wins. If you look at it right now, if 71-34 is correct, which I'm going to check that just to make sure, because that seems to me like that's their record that I remember. Let's see here. Yeah, so they're 74-31. Oh my goodness. Okay, so basically, to win 100 games, they'd have to go 26-31 the rest of the way. So they'd have to have a losing record. Even with a losing record, they still get 100 wins. This is an absurd team. It's going to be really exciting to see them play, and we'll see how Yu Darvish, apparently he wanted to get traded to LA. That was his preferred destination. He got his wish. Now we're going to see, is there anybody that can take out the Astros and Dodgers before they meet in the World Series. Until the next time, guys, I'm probably going to come up with, make up another Mets video talking about our deadline, which was a whole lot more quiet, but I do think will help us in the long run. Until then, see you guys later.